The community of Jacques is highly vulnerable to natural disasters associated with land degradation because of its topography, as well as activities and various land uses, including agronomic and domestic practices like planting crops on steep slopes, extensive and intensive use of agrochemicals, which produce impacts that contribute to the continued deterioration in water quality in rivers and the coastal zone. Last week, the Jacques Development Committee, in an effort to address food security and develop adaptable strategies to climate change by the community, launched its Protected Landscape and Agro-Tourism Park. Chairperson of the committee, Sandra Prosper, explains that 5 years in the making, the Agro-Tourism Park will benefit the community in multiple ways.
5 years ago, not knowing what to expect, we started our journey. Focused on getting our community economically stable, socially acceptable, providing jobs to encourage our young people to remain in the community, and supporting the women who must leave their children at home because there is no food to send them to school. This is the beginning of a change in behaviors, changes in how we position the community to maximize the use of our resources as an offering to visitors in a sustainable manner.
Member of Parliament for Soufrière Jacques addressing the ceremony indicated that the Jacques Development Committee has her full support as they endeavor to make life better for the residents of Jacques and, by extension, Soufrière.
You have declared the Agrotourism Park as a protected landscape. I congratulate you on this proposition because it is an attempt to preserve and sustain a pristine environment for the enjoyment of ensuing generations. As we can agree, any endeavor to facilitate the development of our economy must be safeguarded fully and without restraint.
The implementation of an agro-tourism park in Jacques is historic, as it also aims to assist farmers to include smart farming practices into their daily activities. Minister with responsibility for agriculture, Alfred Prosper, explains that this project brings him great pride, as 5 years ago he began this journey with the Development Committee as a forestry officer, and now he gets to see the initiative come to fruition as the Agriculture Minister.
The agricultural sector is a catalyst for economic change in St. Lucia, contributing to national outputs, foreign exchange earnings, the balance of payments, and employment. It remains as a critical sector to St. Lucia's social and economic development, with the prospects of improving living conditions by creating more and better jobs for women, youth, and rural communities. A significant goal for the agricultural sector is to achieve food security for all St. Lucians and visitors to our shores.
The Agro-Tourism Park, according to the Development Committee, will form the perfect marriage between the two driving economies in St. Lucia, tourism and agriculture. Acting Prime Minister and Minister with responsibility for tourism and culture, Dr. Ernest Hilaire, lauded the initiative undertaken by the Jacques Development Committee.
When you have a different model, and in this case, this model, which is very people-centered and also very community-based, you would notice the amount of time that it has taken from the first study by Charles Suma in 2018, and we're in 2022. But you also heard Mr. Philippe speak of the uniqueness of this community in terms of community participation. Everything around us, he said, was built through coup de main. I cannot think of any other community that one can point such an achievement. And I can imagine the amount of wash your mother would have carried to build the church and the other facilities. So this makes this project extra special. It brings together three distinct activities that are so important to us, and also the model of including the community. It is something which is highly commended, and I think the community, the Development Committee, must be applauded for.
This project will aim to create jobs and add value to the agricultural produce, all while preserving and enhancing the natural and cultural heritage of Jacques. From the Soufrière Regional Development Foundation, I am Genevieve Gonzague.